My name is Troy Blackwell. I'm a proud Afro-Latino from the South Bronx, New York. Today I stand before you as one of the first non-binary candidates to run in the DNC's 177-year history. I'm asking you to take a chance on someone like me.
The final tally of votes, Troy Blackwell, 0.
My name is Troy Blackwell. I know that I'm a new face to...
That was good.
The party of so-called diversity, equity, inclusion. After all of that this weekend, they ended up electing a chair and vice chair of the DNC who are both pale, male, and stale. Two white guys.
DEI is DOA.
Finally. Good.
Now, what does the death of DEI and pronouns have to do with Trudeau bending the knee so quickly to the Trump tariff threat? Stick around.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. Somebody to the top of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty, and this is the Afternoon Drive. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell. Click the word all. That will give you notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. It's the only way that we get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Afternoon Drive. Well, over the weekend, the DNC tried to pretend that they have rallied since the absolute thrashing they received on November 5th, that they are not rudderless, that they have a cohesive message, they have strong leadership, and they are ready to rock and roll, and they are ready to go. So they decided they would get together and have an election to give them new leadership for a new direction at the DNC.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Good evening, Democrats. Look up here. 3 strong black women standing before you.
Absolute epic fail. Right now, the DNC is giving lip service to diversity, equity, inclusion. But the reality is the American people don't want to hear it. The American people aren't for it. The American people do not want trans male athletes competing against females. The American people absolutely do not want people simply being promoted and pushed forward simply based on meeting and checking off criteria, color, sexual preference, gender. And after Donald Trump was at first excoriated over what he said about the Black Hawk helicopter crashing into a commercial jet at Reagan International in Washington, D.C., he has been vindicated because we find out that the DEI policies of the FAA absolutely created this horrific disaster. So Trump proven right again. And there are people who are getting it. And the DNC understands this is where the American people are. They also know that they have boat anchored themselves to all of these DEI people, especially in government. The reason they are so incensed that Donald Trump is draining the swamp, that's the DNC base. They hire all these worthless individuals who have no merit, no ability, no real talent. They just check off boxes and they give them government jobs with big paychecks. You know, there's people lamenting, they're coming after NPR. This is the silencing of National Public Radio. Good. NPR, which has millions to spend on thousands of employees to inform hundreds of listeners. Enough. And the dismantling of U.S. aid has the CIA incensed because their slush fund is gone. And the real power behind the Democrat Party somehow has been swept out of power. If it was one of these ilk, nameless, faceless bureaucrats that we have never seen, that was actually one of the puppet masters that found himself locked out of his office, locked out of the government computers, locked and had his security clearance pulled, because it is obvious the Democrats are in complete disarray, but they do understand that the DEI stuff is over. They're going to pay lip service to it because that's the only base they got left, because the government employees are going away. No one's haven't figured this out yet. It's Hollyweird.
I hate to break it to my my Hollywood Democrat voting friends. You're in the minority, and it's over. Your pronoun era. Your white.
That was all CIA.
It's all.
And now CIA is getting broken up.
That's right. That all came from BlackRock. That all came from Vanguard, State Street, and the CIA. All that stuff, and you repeat it unquestionably. All the stuff, all that
mind
stuff.
Control.
And
they're mad at you for not being hypnotized by it.
And it's over. And wokeness is just the way hippies became a punchline in the 80s. Woke people are a punchline now.
Now, what does all of this have to do with Justin Trudeau, who on Saturday said absolutely that Canada would not bend the knee to a tyrant like Donald Trump, and they will hit America with tariffs of their own, to which got the libloons and CNN and PMSNBC in meltdown mode here. Oh, what are we going to do without our Canadian bacon? Despite the fact that Donald Trump made sure that, Chuck E. Cheese Schumer will have his Corona beer and his guac dip for the Super Bowl because Mexico bent the knee. So what does all of this actually mean?
Fox News alert. This is the breaking news I shared with you just before we went to commercial break. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying moments ago on X, President Trump's proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days for his country.
Saturday, we won't bend. Monday, we surrender. We surrender. And when you see what it is that Justin Trudeau and Canada are willing to give in less than 48 hours, it does have some people asking, wait, what happened?
There he is. I just had a good call with President Trump. Canada, is implementing our $1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with choppers, technology, blah, 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 and coordination with our American partners, and increase resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel are and will be working on protecting the border. In addition, Canada, is making new commitments to appoint a fentanyl czar. That sounds very Russian. That sounds very Russian.
Why do everything's a czar here?
Everything's a czar. We will list cartels as terrorists, ensure 24/7 eyes are on the border, launch a Canada-U.S. joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. I have also signed a new intelligence directive on organized crime and fentanyl, and we will be backing it with $200 million. Proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days while we work together.
Why was this not immediately done how many years ago? Is that suspicious? Doesn't that prove the deep state to you right there? Oh, you could have done this a long time ago, Justy. Why didn't you? So somebody got taken out that was handing down orders to this moron and moron Democrats. And now that's why the Democrats have no message, because their leaders go, I don't know who it is. We never got to see. And something happened because they're going to go. They're all knuckling under like they have no backup from some globalist ally they used to have.
And the Democrats and the media are pretending that everything Trump is doing is somehow crazy.
The CIA, which is engaged in using the media as the way to speak what they want told to the American people through Operation Mockingbird, the CIA which created this entire, what's called the bread and circuses, keep the masses fighting. Keep the masses fighting. Let the poor, the working class, let them fight over race, let them fight over gender, let them fight over equality. Gloria Steinem, the goddess of the feminist movement, was a CIA op. The government has wanted to keep you and I at each other, so we paid no attention to what they were doing. And certain operatives within the government come alongside and say, we're for your rights, we're for this, we're for that, because they want to keep the fighting going on amongst us. So we aren't paying attention to how they are canceling our rights, selling out and giving away our sovereignty. And Donald Trump comes into office, says no more. There'll be two genders. We're not going to have this DEI in any government programs. We're not going to have it in the military, not going to have it in our schools. Closes down an entire department. USAID puts Marco Rubio over it, getting ready to dismantle the Department of Education. And you got CNN screaming, Libloon screaming. But what's really happening is the liberals are in all disarray, because whoever the real power was in the Democrat Party that actually did the manipulating and the controlling and the formulating of the message and what they were going to do and getting them all on the same page, that person has been swept out the door unknowingly, but knowingly. And so the Democrats and the socialists, even like operatives like Justin Trudeau, didn't know what to do. So all they can do now is bend the knee to the guy that's actually in charge. Oh, it is a return to normalcy. Your constitutional freedoms actually preserved and protected. Waste is going to be cut. And now we are getting ready to rock and roll.